Hey everybody! So today we're going to talk about Aquarius energy. Here is the card for it. And I'm not just talking about Aquarius sun sign people. I am talking about Aquarius energy in general, how Aquarius energy wants to function. So like I start these all out with, the planet is what energy needs to be expressed. The house is where or what area of life this needs to be expressed in. And the sign is the how. Aquarius is a sign, so Aquarius is the how. Planetary rulership for Aquarius. If you use modern rulership, Uranus is the planetary ruler. If you use traditional rulership, Saturn is the planetary ruler. Or you can use both. I never think that's a bad idea. So how does Aquarius energy express itself? Aquarius is a fun one. I think Aquarius is a fun one. This energy wants to express itself in an individual way, in a liberated way. This energy, liberation is such a big deal for Aquarius. That is how this energy wants to express itself. So let's say you've got Aquarius on the cusp of the third house. This person might express their communication or the way they share information. They might do this in a liberated way or need to do this in a liberated way. Because liberation is just such a big deal for this sign. Any planets that fall in Aquarius need to express it themselves in a liberated way. Like if you have the moon in Aquarius, emotional liberation is probably what's necessary in some way. May not be the case all of the time, but liberation is just, when you're looking at a chart, when you're doing your chart weaving, definitely look, when you think of Aquarius energy, liberation should be one of the top keywords that you play with to see if it fits. It won't always, but I do find that it often does. This energy is, there is a different quality to it, an eccentric quality to it. This is how this energy will want to express itself. So, I don't know, let's say you've got Aquarius on the cusp of the sixth house. Maybe the work that you do needs to be a little bit more eccentric. Maybe your daily life needs to be a little bit more eccentric in nature or different in nature. This is how this house will or may be geared to express itself. There is such a sense of community with Aquarius energy. This energy is very community oriented. It will express itself in that kind of a way, right? But there is something that I notice about this energy. And it's that, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this, because I want to say it in such a way where it's not misunderstood. Sometimes this energy has a tendency to pair off, or not pair off, that's the wrong way to say that. Sometimes this energy can be so focused on its own community that it kind of disregards everything else. That's probably not quite the way to say that. I might find a better way to say that as I'm making this video. That might not have quite hit the nail on the head, but because there is a real sense of community here, and it's certainly there, but at its highest vibration, Aquarius energy wants when they think of community, when this energy thinks of community, it's everybody, not just the communities that they feel they're a part of. And I feel like sometimes this energy can get kind of stuck in just the communities that they belong to. Does that kind of make sense? When it should really be the whole picture. At its highest vibration, it's the whole, it's the complete picture. I think that's kind of what I'm trying to say. I don't know. That might not have made any fucking sense. So there's also like, this energy is very, technologically inclined. So, this energy might be expressed through like technological advancements and things of that nature. It does have an affinity for the 11th house, so that's probably where that plays in. But this energy might express itself through technology. Let's see here. Okay, so this energy is very progressive, very, very progressive energy. It's one of the things that I like the most about it. And it really does, it wants to do better. It wants to make things better. It wants to progress, which I think is lovely. It's not stagnant. It's not stagnant energy, even though Saturn is the traditional ruler of Aquarius, and Saturn can be kind of rigid. Aquarius is able to break through that, and able to progress in it's able to progress. Let's see. It's also, okay. So a concept with Aquarius energy is also that of detachment and aloofness. This energy can express itself in a detached way, in an aloof way. Now, this is kind of an interesting one because Aquarius is very community-focused energy, but there's some kind of, it can detach itself so much that concept of community can sometimes get lost. And again, this depends on everything going on in the chart, right? Because this may not happen for whatever person you're chart weaving for. This may not happen to them, but it can kind of, because there is also a feeling of like being an alien. It can Aquarius energy can kind of express itself in an alien kind of way. If it lets itself become too detached, it can make it hard for this energy to actually reform or progress the way that it wants to, because there does need to be a certain amount, Jesus, fucking bee, because there does need to be a certain amount of attachment to these communities that you're trying to reform and things like that, right? So detachment can be, this detachment needs to be kept in check. This energy does need to keep its detachment in check, because a certain amount of detachment, right, actually allows them to do this, right? They're able to see this energy is able to see the full picture, to detach themselves from like the concept of themselves and be able to see the full picture. But if they're too detached, then this energy isn't able to reform shit, because it's, yeah, there has to be a certain amount. You just have to find the balance here. This energy needs to find the right amount of attachment versus detachment. And where Uranus falls in your chart, where Saturn falls in your chart, could kind of give you an idea as to how to work with this. Specifically Uranus for the detachment, Saturn for the attachment kind of thing. Or that's how I would think about it anyway. Let me see if we missed anything here. No, I think that's actually pretty good. I think I'll stop here. But yeah, these are just some ideas that you can play with when you're chart weaving. There are others on the card. There are other keywords that obviously fit for Aquarius energy too. One of my favorites is anarchy. Because there can be like an anarchist spirit about this energy. Again, needs to be kept in check probably, because it can, you know, a little bit's good. Some is good. Too much could cause some issues. So, but yeah. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can find us on Instagram. We're at Let's Fuck with Astrology. I am at Saturn Season Astrology on Instagram. Natalie is at Apaterno Astrology on Instagram. If you're watching this on Instagram, you can find us on YouTube at Let's Fuck with Astrology. Just searching that in the search bar. If you do the Reddit thing, you can find us on the subreddit r/Let's Fuck with Astrology, or Let's Fuck with Astrology, however you want to search for it. And if you're interested in the star cards, you can go to letsfuckwithastrology.com/star-cards. Okay, everybody. I'll see y'all later.